What is up, everybody? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. And I don't know about you guys, but I am excited as hell after having seen the showcase, the Xbox or Microsoft Bethesda showcase. And in the background, you're going to see, obviously, Battlefield 2042, the official multiplayer reveal. By the way, I love the colors in this multiplayer, especially on the map to where you see the vortex and you see all the different colors of the buildings and stuff like that. I love it. I'm a sucker for eye candy like that, pretty much. I love it. And in the trailer, it obviously showed, they wanted to show not gun-on-gun gameplay as much. What they wanted to show is that, like, hey, the stuff that you guys saw in the trailer from a few days ago, you guys can actually do in-game if you wanted to do so, which is pretty damn badass if you ask me. And I'm not even a Battlefield player, and I'm actually very excited, not just for Battlefield itself and to give it a shot, possibly, but also for the Battlefield community and for the Call of Duty community that is actually either going to jump ship to Battlefield or that is interested in playing Battlefield. So I for one, like, look at these colors. That's beautiful. And then you got the vortex of the tornado in the background. Imagine, like, bumping into somebody with a vehicle and they go flying into the vortex and you get a kill that way. I love that. And of course, my most anticipated game, which will be the footage in the next one, will be Halo Infinite. And the thing is about all this, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what I'm excited about. They showed 30 games, and 27 of those are going to be playable on Game Pass. And most of the majority of those 27 games are going to be day one Game Pass, which is absolutely incredible. Like, all you need is an internet connection, $180, and you're golden. You have access to all these games and then some. I mean, Game Pass, when they started Game Pass all these years ago, I mean, it was just the beginning of something great. And if you look at, fast forward, these handful of years later of how far they've come and then the direction that they're headed in, how can you not be excited as a gamer? You don't have to be a Sony pony or a Nintendog, or however you want to call it, the Nintendo players, or a Microsoft fanboy. No, all you have to do is love gaming. I, for one, love everything. And I love the fact that this is just another sign for me to go back to and I'm excited to go back to my casual routes, really, back to my casual, beginnings in gaming. Back in the day, it seemed like all my friends, when we played Halo, especially, I mean, they knew everything, and I didn't. I played too many different games, and anyway, back on topic here. So, and of course, E3 is not over yet. There's still much more to be revealed from Nintendo, from Sony, and then things in between. They had the PC showcase, which I didn't really catch. I just hopped on Master Chief Collection after the Microsoft Bethesda one, and I just played the hell out of Big Team Battle. And one more thing about Halo Infinite, by the way. The multiplayer itself is going to be free to play, and you don't even need an Xbox Live Gold membership. And they're gonna have like a multiplayer reveal tomorrow, like beyond what was just shown today. Like, they're gonna have like a discussion about it. It's gonna be like its own dedicated thing, I'm assuming. So it's gonna be like at 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And I for one am very excited, not just for the game, but also for campaign, and also a whole bunch of other games too. Like, did you guys see how sexy Forza looked? Oh my god, Forza looked amazing. I mean, if you are a car enthusiast, if cars are what you love and you love racing games and stuff like that, plus the open world and of course the customization and the colors and all that kind of stuff, like, that is just car sex right there. I mean, that is definitely up your alley. How can you not like that? I'm a person that hasn't played a racing game since, like, when was it, 2005 or 2006, when Need for Speed Most Wanted came out for the Xbox 360, which I loved, by the way, and I played the shit out of it even before I had the console back then, because a friend of mine had the console beforehand. And the thing is that, like, it was absolutely, like, it was a lot of fun. So right now, I'm sure that Forza's come a long way away, and the fact that everybody, regardless of what kind of gamer you are, what kind of games you play on a regular basis or whatnot, the fact that you can get your foot in the door for a very affordable deal and basically play all these list of games that basically are going to only expand as time goes on, and how you have a little bit of something in there for everybody. I mean, everything is actually for everybody. It's absolutely quite incredible when you think about it, of where they started and where they're headed. You can't help but tip your hat to something like that. And the fact that we have access to it is absolutely, it's awesome. How seriously, I find myself being more excited than ever, man. This definitely made my day. And as you can see here, a little piece of the Halo Infinite campaign with the Master Chief. I always loved Halo for its story. Halo was where I started in FPS before before Call of Duty or whatnot, and now Call of Duty's headed downhill, which is just perfect. Like, everything else is coming up, and Call of Duty is something I'm no longer interested in, and it's like, hey, just in the nick of time. I have so many other excuses to play different games, really. And for me personally, I think I definitely feel like the Call of Duty ship has sailed. And I'm also a person that also believes in signs. Sometimes, life has a funny way of showing you things and telling you things like, hey, go in this direction, So for me, it is absolutely a no-brainer to go and play all these different types of games. Like the one that I was also looking forward to. Also, Starfield is something that I'm really curious about, as well as that. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I totally forgot it. I apologize. That one game that they showed at the very end of the presentation when Phil Spencer came out towards the end, the one to where you could play either solo or co-op, and it's a shooter, and it's open world, and you could basically, like, you're being chased by vampires or some shit. I mean, dude, how could you not like that? Like me, I've always been also a sucker for open world games. And as far as, like even going to this channel or streams or whatnot, there's so many things that you guys, all of you guys have basically seen me play is pretty much just COD. And like I mentioned in previous video, which, by the way, thank you for the support on that video. In terms of COD, what more can you get from me? So it's like, there's just so much more to experience with different types of games. And I, for one, I'm looking forward to it. Well, you know what they say, when there's something that you don't like, whether it's a game or whatever it is, then change it. It's time for a change. And this is a change that I not only welcome, but I'm also like looking forward to it. I can't wait. This holiday season, when all these games start to come out, and and even before that, but on Game Pass, I find myself it's giving me that exciting feeling, when I was a kid, that exciting feeling whenever that new something came out. It's basically replicating that. And for me, I couldn't be happier in terms of that aspect. It was definitely something to look forward to. And I'm really, really eager to see where this all goes and where the, how much farther their limits take themselves. And this is obviously the Halo Infinite multiplayer footage. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time, they're going to have their own little info about it. And they posted an article explaining more on Halo Waypoint today for those of you guys that are interested. But for me, I can't wait. I've been playing a lot of Halo Master Chief Collection lately. And the recipe for any game is whether you do well in it or whether you do bad in it. If you're still having fun, and if that fun keeps you coming back, and then eventually if you get to the point to where you're like, hey, I also want to get good at this game, and for that option to be there, and for the game to play really smooth like it should be, and for the game to be complete as it should be, and Halo Infinite's going to be like a 10-year supported game. So it's only going to get better as time goes on, and there's going to be seasons, there's going to be all sorts of things going on. So, and the fact you're going to have your campaign, you're going to have your multiplayer, and it's I really don't need to say anything else. And the thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is, like, ultimately at the end of the day, what I want to say is this is nothing but a big winner for Microsoft and for Bethesda and obviously the Game Pass system, and for us, the community of gamers, most importantly, because no matter what kind of game you're interested in, no matter what kind of game you play, what kind of gamer you are, whether you're a casual, whether you are a super duper competitive person, or just a gaming enthusiast, or just somebody that just likes to watch games but not play them as much, or for whatever reason that you appreciate games. And everybody has their own, respectfully speaking. And everybody likes their own type of game for whatever reason. And that's perfectly fine. It's beautiful. There's something here for everybody. And that's the big thing. That was, for me personally, the big winner of the showcase, beyond my personal wants and needs. The fact that we can all like access this game's multiplayer without even having Xbox Live Gold or whatnot is awesome. Just to give you an example. And I'm sure things will only continue to head in that direction for other games, not just Halo. And there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to. So I, for one, am excited. What are you guys excited for the most? Are you as excited as I am? Are you more excited? Are you less excited? What game was the highlight for you? There's just so much. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this commentary, guys. Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.